Can negative emotions make me sick? With all the talk about feeling your feelings, you may have been left wondering, can negative emotions make me sick? Is it healthy for me to think about them? In this video, we'll get to the bottom of just how negative feelings can work for you and against you, and how you can make sure your health stays on track. The TraumaEdCo channel is all about helping you understand and know yourself better than you ever have before. And one of the key building blocks to doing that is learning about emotions. This deep dive on negative emotions is only one piece of the puzzle. So after you watch, look for our other videos on emotions to continue strengthening your emotional intelligence. So emotions are meant to serve us, to teach us and to guide us, to help us be safe and capable as we navigate out in the world. While emotions themselves aren't good or bad, we get to experience the wide range of emotions as humans. And focusing on or dwelling on the negative emotions can absolutely make us sick. The problem is all emotions, especially the negative ones, are meant to move through us. They are energy in motion, and negative emotions are meant to be expressed and released fully. And when we can't release these negative emotions, they can get stuck in our energy system and wreak havoc on our bodies. So if you've ever had something traumatic happen to you and you felt yourself go, this is where we hold all of this negative emotion in our body and it gets stuck, and that's what leads to this dis-ease. So when we look at the dis-ease in our body, it's happening because these negative emotions and feelings that are suppressed can create chronic stress. So this means flooding our bodies with cortisol and adrenaline into our systems, which throws our body's hormone balance out of whack. It depletes our brain chemicals that are required for happiness, and then weakens our immune system. So when it comes to our immune system, you might have noticed that at times in your past when you've been emotionally upset, you've ended up getting sick afterwards. And this is because your weakened immune system is less able to fight off these colds and other infections. I know this just happened to me recently, being winter, and I was going through something emotional, and then sure enough, the next day I get hit with a head cold because my body's immune system was already weakened from my emotional distressed state. So now when we look at our metabolism, you might have noticed that your digestive system gets thrown out of balance when you have emotional upsets. And this could lead to things like diarrhea, constipation, nausea, and even weight gain. It's because that system is weakened and our bodies are working overtime trying to create balance. Then when it comes to our hormone system, you might have noticed irregular periods or acne or moodiness. I know for me, whenever I'm angry, I break out on my face. It's like the anger is actually trying to come to the surface, and it comes to the surface on my skin. My hormones are out of whack and it shows up right on my face for everyone to see. Now, I said in the beginning that negative emotions can work for you and against you. And we all know the damaging effects of how it hurts us. And you might be wondering, well, then how can any of this be positive? And the simple answer is that it comes down to one word, and that's resilience. Resilience is the capacity to withstand or recover quickly from difficulties. It's a toughness that is created within our body's energy system, within our minds, because as we continue to move through these tough situations, to the other side, we become stronger. So just like working that muscle at the gym, the more you work through these negative emotions, the stronger you will become. What this means is that in every difficult situation where you are experiencing a negative emotion, you have the opportunity to let it run through you and be expressed. This means if you're upset, yell into your pillow, punch your pillow, cry those ugly tears, because our emotions are meant to be felt. And even though some of these negative emotions can be incredibly painful, the amazing part is that every time we allow ourselves to process that negative emotion, we become stronger. We become stronger mentally, emotionally, and like I said before, we recover quickly as we look into the future and more obstacles and challenges are coming at us. We will be stronger than we were before and be able to recover that much more quickly. So I'll share a quick story with you about how a trauma that I had experienced actually came back later as a physical symptom and how I was able to move through it. So being on this emotionally healing journey, practicing being resilient, knowing how negative emotions work, knowing how positive emotions work, my body's energy system was getting used to healing the emotional traumas and the emotional upsets. So one day, I'm hiking down a mountain and all of a sudden my knee starts hurting. My right knee, I'm going down this hill and I can't even walk. My knee just gives out on me. And the space that it was hurting was an old injury from a car accident. And so with a car accident, it's like of all the things that could have gotten hurt, it happened to be my knee. And when I looked at what was happening in my life at the time, I was in a lot of emotional distress. So my two little children, they were 5 years old, twins, going to school for the first time. They were going to be going to preschool. And for me as a mom, I felt such vulnerability putting my babies out into the world where I couldn't be there to protect them, right? And so when we look at what the physical ailment of the knee is, it's about moving forward and feeling safe moving forward. So what I did is I allowed myself to feel all of those negative emotions, feel that pain, that helplessness. I didn't know what was going to happen, and tap into that part of myself where I just had to trust. I just had to trust that they would be okay. So I worked through it, knee pain went away, the knee pain from the car accident. So fast forward, same two kiddos are now going to high school. They're freshmen in high school and they're about to leave for a week to go to camp. And all of a sudden, my knee starts hurting. So I'm walking down this mountain, my knee starts hurting, and I remembered that this pain was originally because of the car accident with them going to school. And so I knew something was going on in my life. So I took that opportunity to really tune in with myself and say, okay, what's this knee pain? What's going on? What is going on inside me that I'm not looking at that is now manifesting in this physical pain? And when I made that correlation that it's, again, me sending my kiddos out into the world, they're in high school, who knows what's going to happen in high school, and I allowed myself to feel all of those feelings, those scared feelings that I can't protect them, and all the stuff that comes along with being a mother and sending your children out into the world. Once I allowed myself to really process those feelings again, those negative feelings, the knee pain went away. And so I share this with you because no matter what you're going through, whether you are having a physical ailment, an emotional ailment, digestive, hormonal, whatever it is, I encourage you to look at your emotions. What's going on in your life right now and how are you feeling about it? Because there's a pretty good chance that once you allow yourself to feel those negative emotions, let them move through your body, just like flushing a toilet, then you can get back to feeling good. Your body will naturally find a way to create balance in itself so that your hormone system will be on track, your physical system will be on track, and digestive, all the systems will be able to find their way back to helping you feel good. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Shannon Ray. This has been your Ray of Sunshine, and I invite you to watch our next video, How to Feel Your Feelings. See you there.